Hey, welcome to the Steve and Crypto Show. I'm Steve.
I'm Crypto Zoo.
We're in the thick of the holiday season, getting ready for all the craziness in our COVID Christmas. I guess it's definitely different. It don't feel as much like the holidays as normal. Usually, it's all. I mean, there's all the hectic shopping and stuff still happening, but like you're planning traveling and all the logistics around that. And there's like not that. We're not traveling. People aren't coming to our house, so we're not worrying about accommodating extra folks. And it's kind of weird in a way because that's one of them things that it's like you don't look forward to stress, but you look forward to the stress of dealing with all that. And so yeah, it's like basically we're laying low. We're doing shopping here and there, but we're just gonna hang out at home for Christmas. What are you guys gonna be doing, or how are you guys preparing?
Well, I was gonna say real quickly. I hear you. Like the stress of preparation can be a little bit much sometimes.
Well,
But
it's
once
kind of it
once you're,
comes with the season, and it's kind of
it
fun a
does.
little bit, in a
It
weird
comes
way.
with it.
You
Once
enjoy
once
it.
the once you're in the moment, then it's cool. It's
It's worth
great.
it. It's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's totally worth it. Yeah, yeah. And especially once you have kids and you see how happy they are when they open certain things.
yeah. You got that
So
whole new like kind of aspect of it this year. Like, normally it was just like you buying stuff for your folks or friends or a couple
yep.
relatives, but now it's like you get to provide that sense of joy to the kids, and it gets more expensive from here on out.
Yeah, yeah. Luckily, my youngest one is almost a year and a half. So at this age, I mean, I can wrap up like a plastic cup for him, and he'd be thrilled.
He
So
would rather have yours probably, but yeah.
he would. Yeah, yeah. He wants my stuff.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, we're keeping things pretty quiet and mellow too, and but we love to decorate for the season, and so I'm sitting next to our Christmas tree right now, and I was just thinking my favorite ornament on the tree. I have a lot. I have a lot of ornaments up there, from when I was a kid. Some have memories attached to them, but my favorite ornament hanging on that tree is a rainbow colored turd with a smiley face on it. Do you have a favorite ornament on your tree?
Oh well, oh Lord, you're gonna make me tell a sappy story.
Go for it.
Jeez, here we go. No,
Open up, Steve. Let us
you
know
know,
what's going on.
obviously, Ryan, my fiance, she's the best thing that ever happened to me, and all that sappy, blah 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 stuff. Um, so when we first met, it was kind of weird. We're both really awkward and like shy people, and we had a little inside joke that involved turtles. So it became like a little thing for us. And she brought me, like, when we first started seeing each other, she bought me this little like silver turtle ornament. And it was like, I don't know, it was like the most touching thing because I was like the Grinch, man. Fucking hated Christmas. I just
Oh,
went
so
through
your
the
heart grew
motions.
3 sizes that day.
Yeah, pretty much. I went through the motions every year and just, bought the people gifts that mattered and blah blah blah. And then she came in my life and just showed me the joys of it and made me appreciate, family getting together and just all that nice stuff. And like that ornament she gave me just like kind of was like at the beginning, and it just, I don't know,
Well, you say it's sappy, but that really is a beautiful thing.
it means a lot. It means a lot.
It
but
that's very nice.
but yeah, that one. Then I got some other ones. I got like some they're not all out this year. We got a shitload of ornaments now between us, but
Boy, there you go. Like, oh, I
I
have some
got
nice
like
turtles on
some.
my
I
tree,
got a
and I have a
couple.
turd.
I got a couple like I got like Boba Fett ones and like
There
Yoda
you
and
go.
Spock and um like we have in our room here in the studio in the world famous thestevetrout.com studio. We have like this whole, we have this whole shelf thing here that is just covered in plants. It's like a jungle. So like we took out some of the cool ornaments and got them scattered through there with like Sasquatch and like a couple Boba Fett's, and they're all like going through the plants, like ready to kick some ass or something. But there's
the
those.
Sprout compound is decorated very nicely.
Yeah, and we got also got from are you familiar with R2 McPhee?
A little bit.
Okay, they're like a company based out of Seattle. They sell novelty, like little gag items and gifts and stuff. And they have like a ton of like Bigfoot stuff and like rubber chickens and just like a bunch of goofy stuff. I love it. It's cool. I'll get you one of their catalogs. I get them every month or two. But
Cool.
they had this cool set of monster ornaments. They're like the glass, like the glass bulb ornaments are made like that kind of material, but they're monster heads. And there's like a wolfman, a vampire, and a Frankenstein's monster, and they're fucking cool. And like our tree, we kind of went with a little kind of cutesy design this year. With like, of course, we got a big R and an S for our names because we're corny like that, but we love it. And it's just like we went cutesy this year, so we didn't put the monster ornaments on there. But I actually got crafty and made little stands for them. That's another thing I got from her. Besides enjoying to love Christmas, learning to love Christmas, like I never thought I was artsy or creative, but like she got me crafting stuff and like making gifts for people and doing paintings, and like it's kind of cool, man. She brings something out in me. I probably wouldn't be doing this show with you if she didn't like push me to try to be creative. But anyways,
that's great, man. That's really great.
Enough sappy time. Yeah, man. So I got a lot of favorite ornaments. The turtle's my favorite one, of course, and I've already spent a lot more money than I would ever like to on presents, but
yeah,
I still got a little bit of that Grinch in me, but he's kind of slowly fading every year. And also, actually, Christmas, another reason that back to the turtle, means a lot because Christmas is actually our anniversary. Like we decided on Christmas that we were a thing, and then we got engaged on Christmas, and then so it's like
that's Christmas, a very special
Christmas
day.
It adds to Christmas for me. Like, yeah, but anyways, we're talking about Christmas, and we mentioned a couple episodes ago about trying to get your dad, who is a professional Santa Claus, to come and tell us some crazy stories or whatever we could get him to talk about or get out of him. What's the latest on that? How's that looking?
It's looking like it's probably going to be a possibility. Santa Claus is a busy man this time of year, so if it doesn't happen, in December, then once he's back at the North Pole, then he'll probably be able to Zoom with us. But
or back home.
Yeah.
In his easy chair.
But he's having the best time that he can out there at this point. It's a little it's slow work, but it's different. It's just different this time.
So you went to visit him at work?
I did. I just went the other day.
Did it seem with the family? Did he seem like he was busy, or was he just?
Actually, when we were there was a decent line of people. Of course, the weekend is probably a little busier for him. I know the weekdays are kind of hit and miss, but when we were there was a good line. And this is in the Tacoma, Washington Mall, by the way, for anybody that is still looking for some pictures with Santa Claus. You'll have to go online, and you might just want to go to the Tacoma Mall website and look into that. I think you probably can get some details there. I wish that I had the name and everything to drop for you right now, but I just don't. But
I'm sure a lot of, not to interrupt, sorry. I'm sure like a lot of people's local malls probably have some kind of setup for Santa.
Yeah.
So that you can bring the kids to see him and everything. But like you said, the Tacoma, Washington, the Tacoma Mall, you want to go meet crypto clause. But yeah, you
Yeah,
were saying,
yeah.
sorry, man.
So he's doing his thing out there, and they basically have like a little bench that you can sit on with your family, and then he's behind you guys, and there's some glass there dividing it, and it's a special type of glass that doesn't have a glare when you take a photo. The pictures actually come out looking pretty nice. Of course, you do have to wear a mask. So, if you're still looking for photos and you're willing to deal with the situation that we have going at this time, then um, you know, go to the website and get some information on that and get your reservation.
Yeah, man. I mean, these dudes, these people, these performers, I'm going to call them, that are portraying Santa at these places, malls, and events and stuff are like they're they're putting their health at risk to go out there and do this. So like
Yeah,
they're being ballsy to do it. So you guys should be ballsy and go out and and support them and make sure they make some money.
they're sitting in a hot ass uniform, or costume, whatever, in a mall with a bunch of people walking around them. So yeah, the fact that they're willing to do that it says something about their character. So he's the best Santa I know. So if you're out
Yeah,
in
I
that
mean,
area, go check him out.
they just want to bring joy to people, and right now we need that. The way this whole year's just been has been just stupid. Like,
Yeah,
luckily, hopefully, it is this vaccine. People take it and it helps, get some kind of immunity to this crazy COVID shit and becomes a thing of the past. But I mean, I still think it's got to be a while.
yeah, I think so too.
But anyways, so what else is new? I know there's some
Uh,
exciting stuff that we've discussed that's been announced over the past week or so. But before we get
oh
into
man,
that,
yeah. Before we get into all that, because there's a shit ton of news that has been dropped in the last few days. Um, but since we're still, talking about Christmas stuff, let's kind of keep going with that and maybe talk about some of our favorite Christmas movies, because I know, like with Halloween, we try to stick to the theme every December and watch as many holiday themed movies or TV shows as we can. Um, I've been on a kick of that for a while now. I actually just watched Gremlins on Saturday. That's a favorite of mine.
that's
So,
definitely a must watch. It's up there.
oh yeah, yeah. And if anybody says it's not a Christmas movie, you're lying to yourself.
Dude,
Because
I'll watch Gremlins for Christmas and for Halloween. Just like
yeah,
just like freaking Nightmare Before Christmas, I'll watch for
yep,
both just because it's like a bridge the gap. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's the
We should
perfect
make a
mix of
list of
both.
like November movies that you have to watch to kind of bridge the gap between Halloween and Christmas. And those
That's a
two
good
are
idea.
good starters for that. But
There you go.
yeah, man, Gremlins. We were talking about watching Gremlins. We've been talking about there's a bunch. We've been so busy, like we haven't been able to watch too many Christmas movies yet. But we've been talking about let's watch this and that, and like she likes the Jim Carrey version of Grinch, and I like the original Grinch more.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch both of those. Of course, the original Grinch is like I was the original Grinch, but
You're
yeah.
like, who made this movie about me?
Speaking of the Grinch, the other night I was at QFC. That's the supermarket here in our hood. Um, and there was a dude there dressed as the Grinch, like a legit Grinch costume. It was pretty
Really?
dope, dude. It was cool. Like I seen it from a distance. I don't want to be a weirdo and run up and be like, "Yo, Grinch, let me take your picture." But it was cool. I mean, a lot of people were going taking pictures of him, but I don't know. It was pretty neat. You just mentioned the Grinch and it made me think of that. But I mentioned it. Somebody mentioned the Grinch and it made me think of that. I don't know.
That's funny. You would think, the Grinch wouldn't want all those people to be taking pictures with him. He's such a grump. He'd be like, no,
Eh,
no cameras.
I think he acts like that just for the attention.
Yeah.
He's the attention whore. But the Grinch. What's another one? Home Alone's a good one to watch.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I
That's
bet
always
you
a
watched
classic.
that one like 3 times already this month.
Did you? Like I
I have,
said,
yeah.
haven't watched it yet. The one that we did watch, um, was the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Rankin-Bass stop motion one.
I used to have, when I was a little kid, I had like a VHS tape, just, one you would go and buy so you could record stuff on TV. Back in the day, kids, we would hook up our VHS player. Now, that's the thing that, you put the little tape shape to the cassette tape. Well, not cassette
Yeah,
tape. You don't know what that is. But
yeah, that's
tape.
yeah. You're going back. You're going
Yeah,
back a little too far.
you stick the tape inside this big box that's called a VHS player. And you would record things on cable. But I had Rudolph, Frosty, all those old, like, what is it, Franken-Bass?
The Rankin Bass.
Rankin
That was the
Rankin Bass,
production
Franken.
guys that made a lot of us stop motion holiday films. Like,
Yeah.
but
So I had a ton of that stuff. When I was a kid, I still do kind of have a soft spot for like stop motion claymation stuff. So I have a DVD with a collection of some of those specials on them. So I
nice,
definitely watched Frosty and Rudolph.
nice. But I was watching Rudolph the other night, and I had forgot. I haven't watched it in years, to be honest, and I had forgot how like that's a fucked up movie. Like,
Yeah.
like bullying. Like this is some of the worst case of bullying I've ever seen. Like it's bad. Like I'm surprised like Rudolph didn't go like fucking fly into a fly off a bridge or something. Like it's bad. They were cold today. Santa was cold to that fucking dare, man.
Well,
Santa came in and was like, "You piece of shit! What the fuck is wrong with your nose?" Like it was awful. Like watch it, and you'll
yeah.
be like, "This is disgusting." Like why are we
Oh, I
letting
know.
kids watch this?
Yeah. I'm
Like I was
surprised Rudolph wasn't
sad.
like, well, fuck y'all anyway, and just
I
take
was
off.
getting pissed. Like even his own parents, his dad was like, "Let's put this fucking cap on your ugly nose." Like
Yeah.
your own how like who treats their kids like that? Like I
Well,
was
look at the story though. In the end, he became like the top dog or the top reindeer, and he's the leader of them all. And he's like the top of
yeah,
the
but
sleigh.
really though, they only stopped making fun of him and they used him
Yeah, it's
because he had a fucking flashlight for
true.
on his face. You know what I mean? They used the poor thing. Like that's terrible.
Hmm.
Like me, honestly, if I was Rudolph and these people were just treating me like that, and then all of a sudden they need my help with something, I would be like, yo, you could fucking kiss my fucking red ass, motherfucker. Like, no. Like,
So
you go fly out in the fog and fucking crash into a fucking plane or something. I ain't helping your ass after the way you treated me all this time. No, I'm gonna go hang out with this girl, this one that was nice to me. The only one that was nice to me was the
hmm
girl there. She was like, she didn't care about his nose. He probably had money, but that's what she heard. She heard he had money, so she didn't care about his nose. But
if you
just
listeners at
kidding.
home would like to donate money to the Stephen Crypto Show, we would gladly take your money to create a sequel. Probably a couple $1 million, but it's for a great cause to create a sequel to Rudolph, where he gets a little revenge and maybe he takes out a couple of them. What is it? Randall and what's the other one's name? Randall and Jacob and what are the other reindeers' names? Come on, give me a couple. He stabs a couple of them.
Like Dasher and Prancer and Dickhead and Bully and
Yeah,
fucking asshole. Like,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
that should be the
Yeah.
name.
So he takes a couple of them out with his antlers, and then he just says, like, look, I'm out of here. You guys are nothing without me.
I mean,
Good luck, Santa and his
I would
7
have been,
reindeer.
I would have been that cold ass dare selling venison steaks. I would have been like, no, there probably is some twisted like Rudolph flips out and goes postal mini movie
Or
or something.
or while they're all sleeping, Rudolph like gives one of them some sort of drug, and then he whips them all awake. They start taking off, and then one of them falls asleep like mid-flight, and then Santa's having trouble flying, and they all crash.
That's messed up. But he should have just like when he was leading the sleigh, just like unhooked himself and just been like peace. Left him out and up in the sky in the dark, not knowing where the hell they're going.
Right. Yeah. Well, anyway, moving on from Rudolph.
I'm pissed about that. Like I was literally getting mad. Like Ryan was like, "What?" I was like, "This is fucking bullshit."
After the movie's off, too, you're stomping around your place like, man, they treated him like shit.
No, I just went to bed. But yeah, it was crazy. But what are some other good ones, man? Elf.
Well,
Will Ferrell. Elf.
yeah. Yeah, we were
Classic.
actually just checking out that Netflix special, the movies that made us, and
Yeah.
they were
Yep.
talking about Elf. They had the Nightmare Before Christmas one, and we watched that first, and then we watched the Elf special. We got all the rundown on how they made that. And, I've only watched Elf maybe 4 or 5 times, but I forget how good it is every time I watch it.
Yeah. Have you watched any of the other series that those producers put out, like the Toys That Made Us, Movies That Made Us?
Yeah.
Toy Store Near You on Amazon.
Yep.
Did you see that one?
No, not that
No.
one. But I've
That was a
watched
good one.
like,
I
Toys
actually
That Made Us.
talked to the creator, Brian, who's from, it's called Nacelle Company, is the company that produces it. And I talked to him, and we did an interview for thesteveStrout.com a while back when they were about to release the Toy Store one, which they basically he was going around doing episodes at different toy stores around the country to show like the effects COVID's having on business and stuff. And like with the hopes that these episodes would, spotlight these little indie shops and drum up some like online business and stuff. And it was really cool, man. He went to a few good shops. I think they did 4 or 5 episodes they've released so far. And it's a really freaking cool shop. It's like, God damn, I just want to go on a tour of all these toy stores and check the stuff out. But it's cool, man. They're good. Like
That's really cool.
They're doing some really cool shows. I love the toy ones, of course, because the toys are featuring other stuff that I grew up on.
Yeah.
I'm a few years ahead of you, but you caught the tail end of some of the good ones.
Yep, I did. I had tubs and tubs of Ninja Turtles as a kid. That was probably the main one that I had. I had all kinds of shit, but I think I had more Ninja Turtles than anything else. And my dad actually enjoyed going out and hunting for new Ninja Turtles for me. Nice. One that he always thought was cool that he found for me was a bad guy named Monty Moose, big old Canadian moose. But yeah, I had a bunch of those and a bunch of like Spider-Man and X-Men toys. But I had a shit ton of that stuff as a kid, and I wish that I had some of it now, just so I could either give them to the boys or try to make some money on them.
Yeah, probably. Like my stuff when I was a kid, because I'm a little older, I was like He-Man, G.I. Joe, some Transformers. But I was more. I had Castle Grayskull. I was Star Wars. Yeah, I had Castle Grayskull. I want to find another Castle Grayskull to have in my collection, but they're getting kind of pricey.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm getting good at my eBay stuff, making money, so I could buy this other cool shit that I could never afford. So it's working pretty well. It's working well. But more movies. What's some other good ones?
Yeah. Think about and I mean, it's not up there on my top favorites, but I do like it and I watch it every year. It's Friday After Next.
Yeah,
A lot of people probably forget that's a Christmas movie.
that kind of falls around Christmas, don't it? Yeah.
Oh
That was
yeah.
all right, I
Yep.
guess. I mean, it wasn't
Yep.
bad. It's one that everybody
Yeah.
loves that I find to kind of feel like is overrated is The Christmas Story.
Yeah.
You ever watch that? I mean, it's good. I enjoyed it, but like they freaking like one of the networks like runs the movie for like 24 hours or something over and over, and that's like overkill. Like, I don't know. Just give me
Yeah. Every
I mean,
Christmas they
you can
do,
only
and
laugh at
and
the
I've
kids.
seen it plenty.
You can only laugh at the kid sticking his fucking tongue to the post so many times before it stops being funny. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
anyways, let's take a quick break.
Bad Mom's Christmas. Oh.
Yeah. I never seen that, but we're gonna take a quick break. I'm having an internet issue and we'll get right back.
Hello, this is Igoro, host of the Igoro Show, and you are listening to the Steve and Crypto Show. So keep your ears open and your mouth shut.
All right, what's up, guys? Thanks for listening. We are back. We're going to move on from the Christmas stuff and move on to some news that's been released over the last few days. There's a lot of exciting stuff regarding Marvel, Star Wars, a lot of Disney Plus products in general. Movies that were going to be heading to the big screen, what they are deciding to do with them. As you probably have heard by now, Wonder Woman 1984 is coming out to HBO Max on Christmas Day. So for everyone who has been waiting and waiting to watch that, you can finally check it out that day. Maybe set your alarm a little early and get up in the morning before everybody else and turn it on and watch it in peace. And, before the chaos and Christmas presents and eating and all that, starts going on. Aside from that,
That's
go
cool.
ahead.
HBO Max is actually going to be bringing a lot of their new movies right to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm excited about the Godzilla and Kong movie.
Yeah,
like
me
big
too.
time. I would have liked to have seen it on a big screen, but I'm gonna take it if I can get it. I'm sick of waiting for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a few other movies. I know Wonder Woman. There was so many other movies they're bringing out here on HBO Max.
God, I'm trying to remember. I mean, there's been so much announced. I'm trying to remember as far as HBO goes. Shit.
We'll circle back. If we think of it, we'll
Yeah.
circle back. But I saw a thing the other day that we're going to be getting a Fantastic Four movie directed by John Watts, who made the Spider-Man: Homecoming and Far From Home movies.
There we go.
So, like, I'm hoping to get a good Fantastic Four movie. I didn't hate the two ones they did, the Silver Surfer one and the other one, but I didn't hate it. But I did hate the most recent try at Fantastic Four. That was just trash and not worth talking about. So we'll just not talk about that. But a new Fantastic Four movie would be awesome, and it'll probably have more Marvel Studios influence on it, which will make it good because they're basically just everything they're touching turns to gold. So
yeah, to be honest, I didn't even watch the last attempt at Fantastic Four. I just skipped right by that one. But knowing that this is now going to be kind of under the Marvel Studios umbrella, I have a little bit more faith in it. So I'll definitely give it a shot.
Right. Okay.
So
Back
yeah, I
to
was gonna say, I know a little bit more about the Marvel shit right now than I do about the HBO. So,
yeah, like I was just looking. Actually, HBO. Some of the stuff they're bringing is like I said, the Godzilla vs Kong, Conjuring 3,
ooh,
a Mortal Kombat movie. I guess the Suicide Squad sequel, the James Gunn one, which I'm really hyped for because James Gunn is like the dude to make a Suicide Squad movie.
yeah. I mean, look what he did at Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, a lot of us didn't even know who those characters were, and
Yeah, couple more worth mentioning.
yeah,
The the Dune remake, which is going to be amazing. Like the trailers for it look freaking beautiful, and Matrix 4.
oh wow. Now
I'm
is
not a big
Keanu coming back?
not a big Matrix fan, but like I
I'm
know
not
there a
either.
lot of people are.
I'm not either. So my oh wow is basically just for the listeners because
I know there's
um
a lot of people that love the Matrix series, so they're gonna
yeah,
be hyped about that.
definitely. Yeah, that's some big news. You know, whether you're a fan or not, that's some big news.
Yeah. And me, the the Universal monster lover myself, they're doing Universal doing like their Dark Universe when they with like the Invisible Man reboot and all that.
Yeah, they're slowly putting that together.
They're working on which everybody probably knows about is they're working on a reboot of the Wolfman with Ryan Gosling.
Hmm.
But apparently we're getting a Van Helsing sequel, which I thought that movie was fun.
I
Which
enjoyed it
I
too.
don't know
Yeah.
if it's going to be Hugh Jackman again. Like I kind of hope it is. I think he got a couple more good kick-ass movies in him. I mean, he's getting old as shit, but I think to me, I think it should be fun. 'Cause, I mean, did you watch the first Van Helsing?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Like
think I
I
own it.
like all the little the like the little Easter eggs in there, like the little shout outs to like the old movies and like in the
Hmm.
laboratories, there's all like little mentions and stuff of all the classic stuff. So that was kind of cool. I want to see more of that in this movie. But the most exciting stuff going on is recently Lucasfilm announced a shitload of Star Wars stuff, and
Yeah,
surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, based on how popular the series is, a lot of it is like spin-off of Mandalorian.
yeah. A few of them are going to be actually, connected to the series in some way. I guess Ahsoka being one of them. There
Yeah, I
is
mean,
an
this,
Ahsoka series that has been
the
announced.
the character's obviously been around,
Yeah.
since Clone Wars stuff, but like I'm starting to feel like the Mandalorian was never meant to be like it was just there to just let's put the show out here and use it to launch all these other things in different directions because there's talk that there's going to be a Boba Fett series now. Like I
Oh,
don't know if this was
really?
announced, but I read a little tidbit somewhere, which I'm all for. But
Hmm.
that's my character. That's my dude.
Oh yeah, I love Boba Fett. I mean, they also announced Obi-Wan series too, didn't they?
The Obi-Wan series and
Yeah.
the whiny Anakin Darth Vader is going to be in it. What's his name? Hayden
Yeah.
Christensen.
Yep.
That kid, he's going to be in it. So I mean, that's cool. Like,
Yeah, I'll take him coming back if we get to see like a younger Vader in action
yeah.
because the
Well,
old movies we didn't see Vader moving around too much.
we kind of did though in what was it, Rogue One?
Well, yeah, I mean, I
At the
guess I was
end when
referring
they
to like,
were trying to escape with the stolen Death Star plans, remember that? And like he would just coming down that
oh,
hallway, just fucking shit up. Like that was badass.
how can you forget that scene? It's the best part of the movie.
Here's the thing, that like redeemed Darth Vader for me because you think about it, like when I was a little kid, Darth Vader was like the bad guy. these
Oh, yeah.
scary badass, and like, but then we got the prequels, which a lot of people bitched about. I'm guilty. I bitched about them.
Yeah, I
There was a
kind of
lot of
did
annoying
too.
stuff, and I
A little bit.
really didn't like Hayden Christensen that much, and like
Hmm.
they 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 made, I don't know, he just seemed just like a bitch. Oh,
Well, because we knew Vader is like the
the
toughest mofo in
badass,
the
and then we see
galaxy,
this little
and
whiny
then
little brat, like,
yeah,
you know, and but so that was my at that point it was like Vader's a bitch, you know what I mean? And then we had that scene at the end of Rogue One when Vader's not a bitch. He's as far from a bitch as possible, and it's like, okay, he's still a
right,
badass. So I'm hoping we
right,
get that.
right. Me too. What I'm getting at, or what I was getting at, is that like the original movies, 4, 5, and 6, we
Yeah.
didn't see Vader, being that active aside from like 1 or 2 lightsaber battles.
Yeah.
So if we could see a younger, pissed off Vader, I mean, just using the Force left and right and choking people out. Oh, I would love it.
Because you think right at that point, early on, he's just straight anger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he gets his fucking limbs chopped off and his ass whipped by Obi-Wan, and then he finds out that he killed his old lady, and like he's pissed. So we're gonna see a lot of that, hopefully.
So I just thought of something. I don't know if you've seen it, but Robot Chicken has done a couple Star Wars specials now,
Right.
and I think they've made about 3 of them. And so in one of them, there's an Imperial soldier talking to a bunch of stormtroopers and people, and he's saying, "All right, so here's the deal. Lord Vader thinks that he has this crazy, choking force power." And so anytime he puts his hand out, and acts like he's going to choke you, you just make the motion and, and drop to the floor. And when he leaves the room, we'll escort you and, pull you into a closet and swap you out with another guy. And Vader doesn't know anything of it.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. So if anyone is into like stop motion and, hasn't seen Robot Chicken yet, check that out.
Are they still making that show?
As far as I know, yeah.
I know they've done some crazy stuff, but
they've been around a minute now.
That makes me think, talking about the comedy stuff. It makes me think of, did you see the Saturday Night Live skits with Kylo Ren when he was like undercover boss? Those are stupid.
Kylo Ren's a punk bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
He's like, oh no, he's choking.
But yeah, let's
help him.
Let's hope for some good some badass Vader. Fingers crossed for that.
Yeah.
But what's really going to be intriguing, which I'm hoping is the case. There's I think it's going to be a spin-off with Cara Dune.
Oh, really?
I forgot what it's going to be called, the show. I'm not even going to try to remember and waste 10 minutes, but there's going to be a show, I believe it's going to be based around her character, which is going to be super cool. But I'm sure once we get more info, we'll probably talk more about all that.
Yeah, I mean they just dropped all this, all these titles on us,
like
basically.
Literally in like a matter of minutes. They just like dumped all this, and it's like, what does this all mean? Like I'm still trying to like sort through it all and decipher it. Like there's there's a
lot.
There's a thing about something about Lando, which they don't give much details about, and they don't mention any of the original Lando actors, but yeah, man, the Star Wars stuff, it should be exciting. Non-Star Wars, I think we might have mentioned before that they're making a series based on the Alien franchise, which is also, if you're into horror and sci-fi, that's some of the best stuff ever. Like, honestly, the original Alien movie was freaking brilliant. It was like, they did a really good job just like scaring the shit out of you without even showing you they barely show us the monster through the whole thing. And yeah, let's see, what else do we got? At this point, I'm just like scrolling through things and looking up stories, and what do we got? We got the Zack Snyder 4-hour Justice League director's cut. I guess Snyder's saying it might still get a R-rated theatrical release, which I guess is kind of cool. Like, personally, I haven't been really that impressed with any of the honestly, any of the DC movies except for Wonder Woman. So circle back to HBO Max, the Wonder Woman movie on Christmas. Hopefully, I stream everything through Roku, so hopefully Roku and HBO come up with some kind of a damn deal so I could watch this stuff. But I really don't want to have to go buy some other device to do it because, one, shouldn't have to. Two, I'm too poor to. But anyways, and of course, mentioning DC and the WB stuff, there was a mention of us getting the new Batman, which should be exciting to watch for. I'm gonna look up more details on that, and I think that's probably gonna about wrap us up for this week. We'll stay tuned to see if we get Crypto's Santa Claus dad on here to tell us some crazy stories. That'll be fun. And yeah, I hope we get another episode out before the holiday. I got a couple things lined up, a couple guests that we won't announce until we got them actually recorded, but should be coming soon. Exciting stuff. We do appreciate you guys listening, and we hope you guys keep sharing and spreading the word about the show. Hit us up. We have stickers and pins and stuff for the Steve Strout and Steve and Crypto show. So reach out to us on social media and we'll get some goodies out to you. And appreciate it, guys. Thank you for listening. We've been the Steve and Crypto show, and we will talk to you soon. And speaking for Crypto, peace. He had to dip out and take care of some family business, so wrapping it up. You guys have a good one, and happy holidays. Thanks for listening. Well, damn, you guys sure caught me in quite a mood with that conversation. I went off on my rant about the mistreatment of an imaginary reindeer, but I was even going to consider deleting the episode, but I decided, you know what, it was pretty funny. It was a good conversation. Me and Crypto had fun. We always do, chatting and trying to be entertaining for you guys. Hopefully you guys dug and are digging what we do. But and towards the end I kind of got a little rambly because Crypto had to run off for a family issue. He got kids, so I'm sure a lot of you guys understand. Sometimes you gotta drop what you're doing. But he said it was the kids. I think I just was ranting so hard and I ran him off and scared him away or something. But we'll see. We'll see if he comes back for the next episode. But anyways, I thank you guys for listening to the Steve and Crypto show. Of course, you know where you could find us, and anywhere you listen to your podcast, because you're probably listening there right now, hearing this, and at thestevestrout.com. And you know, since we mentioned the Grinch, before I close here, let's go ahead and run a few episodes back. We talked with our buddy Mike Fern about his band Brothers of Alien Rock and stuff, but I ran a version of the Grinch song that he recorded. So let's run that, because it's about that time of year we discussed the Grinch, so let's play that again for you guys. And Credit to Mike Hook Music for the giving us permission to run this song again. It's a fun rendition of The Grinch. So you guys enjoy. Happy holidays, and stay tuned to the Steve and Crypto Show. We got some fun shit coming. Thanks, guys.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus, as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black belt. Mr. Grinch, your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot Mr. Grinch, you have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I take the seasick crocodile. Your socks, your soul is full of gum, Mr. Grinch. 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote: stand, go. Sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with alternate sauce.